Howdy folks, welcome to Irish Outlaw Garage. Things are going to change around here. I'm trying to learn how to do this better. First time I'm using little lighty things. I don't know. But got my GoPro set up on this. If it's noisy, sorry. Central Illinois, cold. Okay? It's cold. We got a gazillion feet of snow. I really wanted to get one of my hot rods out and go drive it around, do donuts all over, but it was so deep that it wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening. I did get one out. I got Gutless out, and I was going to take her for a drive to the mall and do some donuts for my friend that runs the mall. And well, I think I am the only person who could possibly throw two belts, power steering, and alternator, and overheat the car, and it's negative gazillion degrees outside. I did. I over the old needle and said, whoop, whoop, and it was done. She said, the hell with it, spurted all of her juice everywhere. Whatever, I got it up here. I'm gonna put belts on it. That's not a big deal. I don't need to film that. I wish I would have had film of it when I, dropped the belts and overheated the car. I wasn't thinking about filming at that time. Now, I had a lot of people ask me, you should really do power tour, you should do this, you should do that. And me and Amber discussed it. We discussed it with our kids. And we were wanting to take a family vacation anyway this year. So the answer to that question is yes, we are going to power tour. We are going to take our 1974 AMC Javelin, known as JAVY, that I got from a friend of mine. And I'll talk more about it when we start working on the car. I have a lot of work to do on this car. Complete front suspension, complete rear, you name it, we got it. We got to do it. So, sounds like the family's home right now. I think. Maybe not. I don't know, dogs are going crazy. Might be delivery. Hold on a second, okay? One the family, one delivery. Neighbor on a four-wheeler playing around in the snow. Dogs go crazy. I got 4 dogs. White trash, people. Come on. So anyway, we're going to take the 1974 Javelin. It needs the entire front suspension redone. It needs a charging system done, cooling system, AC needs to be filled. Really needs rear leaf springs and the bushings. And I do hear a noise, just a little noise in the rear end. And I'm thinking I might have to dig into that too. I hope not. I'm hoping it's just the fact that everything's worn the hell out and, it happens. So I called a couple of different places. I called most of the high performance that most people use, and I was really curious about QA1, and I got a hold of them, and they just don't make anything. I can adjust, get adjustable shocks for it maybe if I get the links and then get that right. But as far as the A arms, upper control arms, there ain't really a lower A arm. It's a lower control arm, and then the upper control arm. They don't make anything. They make nothing. But they're curious, so I may have a chat with them when I get down to Memphis or wherever else they decide. They told me to talk to them when I get down there. Maybe they'd look at the car, which would be awesome. I did go through what I need for this car and what would make it safe for Amber and I and the kids to take this on a trip. Zeppelin will be 7 at the time. Aiden will be 16, so got an extra driver. But I doubt if he'll do it. He'd be scared too. But it'd be fun. I am going simply for a couple reasons. Number one, the family just seems to think it's going to be a great trip, and I do too. I think it's it just reminds me of wrenching with my dad, and when we would go places, something as simple as we would go into the mountains somewhere, let's say we're in the Smoky Mountains. I remember my dad kept a jet kit with him for the old Motorcraft and Holly carburetors that come on. He would bring carburetor adjusters, little things like that. And most of the time I was just holding a flashlight or handing him wrenches. And like I've said before, I was perfect with holding the flashlight on a ball joint or anything, or say the carburetor. I'm sitting there holding that flashlight on that carburetor. And the thing that I found out the most from my father was that no matter what, if starving people in the world was solved by holding a flashlight on, the power valves or anything else on a carburetor, you're all going to starve to death, because I wasn't any good at it. And we've all been there where you heard your dad underneath the car and you'd have to jump because you knew a wrench was coming out, and all kinds of language, you wouldn't allow it nowadays. But anyway, I think we need to make a list. We need to make a list. We're going to start this out. This is going to take a few videos because this is going to be a long process. Like I said, there's 10 inches of snow on the ground outside. It's cold, it's ice. I got to work, got things to do. So what I've got going right now is semi broke. It needs fixed. My pickup's broke. It needs fixed. Those are things that, life necessities, but we're going to skip all that and we're just going to go straight to the Javelins, okay? Let's make a list. Oh, and I promise I'm going to try a lot less smoking on camera. I had somebody say that you need to put smoking on camera. It's not good. They'll come get you. They'll flag you for it later. Whatever. Okay. I won't smoke on camera no more. Or I'll try not to. Let's just say that. And I won't, mention anything about my St. Louis barley water or hops or, any of that stuff. So I got a piece of cardboard here. Got me a magnet. We're going to set it right there. We'll make this list. You ready? All right. Swear to God, people get so angry whenever you talk about alcohol or smoking or anything like that. It's almost like we live somewhere else. But I promise, no more alcohol. I won't show it. I promise. Just right here. All right. First off, need a marker. This is a red marker because I don't know where my black ones are. Just go. I'm gonna step over here. Okay. People are gonna say, "What's the shiny thing?" This right here is what used to be sold at Hot Topic when Hot Topic rocked. But yeah, this is an old shirt I used to wear in one of my bands I was in. Fancy, ain't it? Maybe I'll just wear that through the whole video, huh? Yeah, right. Anyway, we need to make a list. All right. Can you see what I'm doing? Maybe I should scoot you over like this. Give you a little bit more. Maybe a little light. I don't know how this damn thing works. And we go up. No, not that light. Not that light. Well, you stubborn. Let's see. Oh, blue. That's pretty. White. It's off-white, blue. Ah. White it is. Anyway. Marker. Board. Not advertising any kind of alcohol. So we got a 1974. And you might be able to read that, you might not. If you need me to scoot the damn camera up, I will. So, let's get you up here. Right here. 1974. AMC JAVY. JAVY. First things first. Front suspension. Rebuild. That one's going to be fun. charging system. Then we got to worry about, it has a intake gasket. It needs a timing cover gasket. It needs an oil pump gasket, which I'm just gonna put an oil pump in it. It's like super cheap. It's $18 for a damn oil pump. Oil pump, we'll just say we're gonna change the oil pump because it's out front. Pretty smart. Then, after we get the oil pump and all that done, we're gonna kind of upgrade the cooling system on it. It stays cool, it does real well, but we're going to the southern states. You understand what I'm saying? Going south in June. So we're gonna be running the air conditioner. We're gonna make sure this thing stays cold, completely cold, like so cold. I may even run the expensive coolant in it. The stuff I run in my quads and my Harley. Harleys are air cooled. What am I thinking? But you know what I mean. They're in my side by side and my stuff like that. So anyway, we're gonna work on the cooling system. Wiring on this thing is terrible. It's like a friggin' rat's nest and bird's nest all put in together with like 2 tons of spaghetti. That's what it looks like under the dash and under the hood. Somebody really did a number on this thing, but I got it going to where it works good enough that, you know, it works. Then we need to work on rear brakes. You know what? I'm just going to say brakes because I'm going to go ahead and put front on it too. They're fine, but we're rebuilding this thing. Again, trying to find anything aftermarket is I was told watch my cussing, so, you know. Anyway, we're going to do the brakes. And then the last but not least, I think we need to work on the rear suspension too. Rear suspension, the leaf springs in the back look like waves. They're just awful. They're terrible. But it was sitting a long time, guys. Come on. Rear suspension. Now, after we get that all done, then we got to work on the, different things we're going to put in it. Such as I need to work on the stereo. I put a stereo in it because I want to drive this thing all the time. I did put a stereo in it, but it doesn't work with damn. It cuts in and out, doesn't work. And family's home. But I need to replace speakers, stuff like that. I got to work on the dash. I got to work on, there is a small, minute hole in the rear passenger side in the floor. And that's something I can just, seal up with a couple of machine screws, stuff like that, because you don't want me to go welding. It's bad. It's real bad. You think of the worst welder in the world, times that by 20, and then the worst welder in the world is standing over me laughing, So anyway, we got a lot to do. Not going to work on too much cosmetic. The car still looks pretty good. She's got rust on it, a lot of Bondo from when it was restored once already, and that's fine. I don't care. We're taking this thing on a trip the way she is. You'll see it. If anybody watching this goes there, I'll be up by the the midway down through where everybody's at. I don't know if don't be afraid to come up and say hi. I'd love you too. The kids would love you too. We may have some stuff to give away. We are working on shorts. Zeppelin, if you get on my Facebook page or Instagram on Irish Outlaw Garage, you can see them on there. I got it was just a kind of an impromptu, hey Amber, see what you can do with your Cricut, see what it comes up, and it actually turned out pretty good. So we may get some made. Try to get some, because that's how I'm going to be able to put this on. I need more cameras. I need better cameras. I need all kinds of stuff. It kind of took off, not so much in the subscriber, but just people messaging me saying, hey, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do next? So, you know, I'm not really in this for anything other than just the fun of it, because like I said, I always say, I'd just be out here by myself. I wouldn't have anybody talking to, because they stay in there, and the video games and the you know, I'm not sure anything haunted she's watching, and she will not come out here. It's too fun. But they don't want to be around me anyway. I get grouchy. So this is basically just the beginning of this. Now, I'm getting ready to order all these parts. I had already went through and, you know, seen what I needed. I made me out a list besides this one. You know, I'm just doing this for you guys. I went to my local O'Reilly's and I slapped that thing down on the table, and believe it or not, as hard and as rare as this car is, Cindy and the girls and everybody at my local O'Reilly's in Effingham, Illinois was able to find every single thing I need. The only thing that they cannot get for me, which, you know, I imagine if Eric and the girls and everybody decided, we'll find it for you, I bet they could. The only thing they didn't have was the rear leaf springs. Rear leaf springs for these are specific to this vehicle. So there's only a few companies out there that make it. So I'm gonna have to get them, you know, online. But everything else that's on here that I need, they have. And I appreciate them very much for doing what they did. They brought me, sat me down, you know, in front of the computer, and we sat there for a half an hour, 45 minutes, and just went through and found all this stuff, made me out a list, saved it on my account, and now all I got to do is call and say, get it, and they start coming. And believe it or not, everything was a day or 2 days away. Nothing was special order, and it was all good stuff. I don't, you know, when it comes to suspension, brakes, stuff like that, I don't joke around. There is no cutting corners on that. I cut corners on a lot of stuff. Brakes, suspension, steering, you do not ever cut corners on that. Make sure you put, you know, quality parts. That's public service stuff. So here's my list. I appreciate O'Reilly's for doing that. O'Reilly's did not have to do that. They, a lot of this stuff is, you know, hard to come by, but boy, they searched it out, and I couldn't believe it. They had it all, and that's amazing to me. I don't have to get tires for her. She got brand new tires on her. Got good ones. I was contemplating putting a different set of rims on it, but it has the original rallies on it, 15-inch rallies with the beauty rings, and it's missing one beauty ring. The original beauty rings is missing one, and wow, are they proud of them things. Remember, you could just, junkyards give them away. Now they're, whew, it's like $280 for 4. You can't buy one, you got to buy all 4 for this specific wheel. That they're just for this wheel. So I got a lot of stuff to do. Oh, I know another thing I got to do. My damn backup lights stay on. So we got to fix the neutral safety switch is what controls that. But yeah, so this is my short list. By the time we get to June, I've got 4 months, y'all. 4 months while I'm working, taking care of the family, taking care of the house, the yard, everything. I got 4 months to get all this done and continue on Artemis, because I'm not putting that in the dust. We're going to put that motor and that transmission in that car, and she will be driving it this summer. Probably this spring, I hope. But I'm going to have to focus a lot of time on old JAVY, because it don't seem like a big list, but when you're as busy and working and you're just blue collar like myself, just, you know, I don't have all week to do it. It's going to be a complete start to finish. It's probably going to come down to the wire on that 4 months, and then I got to try to get, you know, the kids and Amber's stuff and me and everything in the back of that Javelin. And I'm telling you folks, that thing is small in the back. you know, with tools and this and that and the other. But yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to put this video out for now. It's not going to be too long, but as soon as some of this starts to go, I'm going to order my parts tomorrow. They'll be coming. And rains, sunshine, sleet, hail, Armageddon, COVID apocalypse. Is that a word? COVIDemic? To be hell. I'm putting that car in front of this garage and we're getting to work. Either that or I may do it underneath that little, you know, Menards carport thing over there that I stole from Amber. That's what we put our trail hawk under. But I stole it because I didn't want Javy sitting out in the snow no more, or out in the rain and the crap, because that is the only one that I'll do that with, because I really like her. She's a sweet little girl and just wants to run. She wanted to run the other night, and unfortunately her alternator just said, done, I ain't doing it no more, and it started jacking up the voltage almost to 16 and a quarter or something like that. Surprised I didn't burn the damn thing up. So yeah, again, thank you to O'Reilly's and everybody there here in my hometown of Effingham. We need to get this list done. And that's really all I got for you on this one. This is just a quick video. I know it's not cars, but it's getting ready. I'm gonna pull that thing up here and we're gonna get to work, because it's gonna take us a bunch. I'll probably have Amber and the kids, and you know, my son, my oldest son, who you haven't seen. I'm probably gonna get him to help me if he ever can. I really wanted him to go, because once I saw that some people involved were excited about seeing this Javelin come down, they told me that it was so rare. You know, for those, they only made 24,000 or so of these. In the final year, 1974, you see, I had the other car. I had the GT350. They didn't make, but you know, I think it's 6,500 or 5,600. I may be wrong. I don't know. Don't come for me. Like I said, I'm just saying that if I can get, I wanted to get him to take that car too, so we could have both of them down there, so everybody can see him and enjoy him. But it just ain't gonna happen. He's got prior engagements, so I'm not, you know, unless I trailered that car behind Javelin. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to the channel to see more. Hit your notifications. It sounds so weird saying. I just don't talk like that. I'm usually like, get the hell away from me. But please subscribe, like the video, comment, chew me out, whatever you want. I don't care. Can't hurt my feelings. I'm a musician. Musicians get, you know, the guy out in the crowd like this all the time, like, that ain't how you do it. And it's like, it's fine. Here you go. You do it. So anyway, that's our list. Thank you to O'Reilly's again. And please like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. We can build this up. I really appreciate your time. Appreciate you watching. Now, I'm going to sit down and relax for a little while so I can get ready for this. This is going to be a long haul. Thank you all for watching. You guys stay safe if you're in this freaking, I don't know, Canada's weather is down here drunk in my yard. They need to come get it, because this sucks. You guys take care of yourselves. All right? Thanks for watching. Bye.